really, three were right there. And threw the one to Elijah in the end zone. They kind of got broken up at the end.
Blue water thrown.
One to Bingo at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the other one.
So. All right, guys, we get started now.
That's pretty good. If you throw 34 times, then we can remember the incompletions. All right, so good win. After disappointing, last couple weeks, especially last week, so come in here and, Vandy was healthy, had some time off, and so wasn't sure what they were going to do. And we're headed into a bye, so really pleased with our performance with our ones. I wish our twos would have played better. We ended up punting once. We got to get better there. We gave a touchdown with our twos on defense. So, those guys got to, play better because we're going to need them at some point. Matt and Elijah were lights out. I mean, it's hard to do 31 to 34 on air. Keith Gardner and I were just talking about he could remember the 3 incompletions. So that's pretty cool if you can remember the incompletions. So good to see that. Good to see John come in and do some things, and get Elijah back on track after, his only week, I think last week of not having 10 catches and 100 yards.
If you have a question for Coach Kiffin, please use the hand raise button and we'll call on you. And we'll start with Nick Suss.
Yeah, Lane, you talk about Matt and Elijah kind of getting back on track. What was it about that matchup today that you thought would be fruitful?
Well, we didn't see the drop 8, and so we really kind of had been doing similar to this all year, until the last few weeks, with the Arkansas game plan. So these guys were more conventional, playing 4 down. And so, when they do that, then you got to throw the ball. And so that's why a lot of those RPOs were throws in the first half instead of runs. And we just stayed with them. Guys did a great job.
We'll go to Parrish.
Lane, you mentioned in the week that you were a little concerned, I guess, that Ole Miss might overlook Vanderbilt, or you talked about you touched on that. What did you think of efficiency and focus for you guys early on?
Well, give credit to the players. I usually don't talk about the coaches, but I think the coaches did a really good job of that. We talked about it all week, especially this morning. No fans here for the most part at all. It felt like I was joking on the headset, it felt like a high school game, when the high school team goes and plays at the, college stadium. And I thought our coach did a good job getting guys, to have great energy, bringing great energy, and just said, hey, why don't you guys have the same energy you had when we played Alabama, and so let's really go out there today like that. And I thought our guys did.
James, go ahead.
So a lot went well for Ole Miss today, but you guys struggled on special teams, especially Luke Logan. He missed 2 extra points and a field goal. Can you talk about what adjustments need to be made in your special teams unit, and also maybe how Luke Logan's inconsistencies this season have affected your mindset in terms of kicking?
What's the theory of wearing the mask while you ask the question with no one around you?
Parrish is sitting like 4 feet away from me. So
well, actually, it happened to me today. So I told John Rice to fake to his right and throw to Elijah, on a double move. And then it came to the sideline. He threw it to the right. I said, "What are you doing? Elijah's wide open." And he said, "I couldn't hear you because of the mask." So I really couldn't hear you. But I think you said special teams and we weren't very good. And what should we change? We should make the kick. So I don't think that's involves a lot of people besides the kicker.
Adam Brown.
Coach, just looking at how Kenny Boa got 2 touchdowns today. Can you talk about his performance today?
Kenny Boa's
performance. Kenny did a great job in the red zone. Scored on the same play twice, and he's been a great weapon for us. And in this world of transfers that's coming up, he's just another example that how big it is to go get the right guys. Because he's obviously made a huge difference playing as one of the top guys in the country.
We'll go back to Nick.
Lane, you've said a couple of times this season that you're challenging Elijah to be the all-time record leader. Sorry, Echo, do you mind putting in headphones? yeah, Elijah challenging him to break the all-time school record. Just what do you do with somebody that is performing this well, and how do you keep motivating him to perform at such a high level when people are keying in on him?
Well, he asked me to start the third quarter. He's like, what is the most you've ever had, with the receiver? So I think he wanted to, break the record anybody had been around. And I said, well, I think Marquise Lee at Arizona had 340. One game we actually lost. So because he thought he was really good. He had 220 at half. So I said, you got a long ways to go. So we actually tried to put him back in there on a few plays when John was in there, just so he could catch another touchdown. But, I just love that the guy didn't complain last week. He had 20 yards or something like that, and he never even brought it up. So it was great to give him the ball today. And, you can't have a better first half than that. I think he had 12 at half or something like that for over 200.
Parrish, go ahead.
Lane, what did you think of the performance of your ones on defense today?
Better. I wish we'd have got more turnovers. At halftime, told them, hey, we're playing well, but we're not getting turnovers. I don't think we had any in the first half. So, but I thought we did well against the run. They still completed a lot of passes. Quarterbacks 31 of 40. So, we got to do better at that. But as you guys are seeing, if we get ahead, which obviously has not been the case, we pull our guys really quick. Just always think it's good to develop other guys, team chemistry, play guys, even though the stats may not look great because of it. We try to pull guys quick and get guys in. And so that kind of hurt us on defense statistically.
Any more questions for Coach Kiffin? Tyler, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. How encouraging was the defensive improvement this week that you saw?
Well, I think we keep moving in the right direction. Still got a lot of work to do, get more turnovers, better on third down. I don't know what it was with the ones, but, they ended up 8 of 14, which isn't very good. So we still got to improve, but we are headed in the right direction.
All right. Thank you, Coach. You are good to go.
All right. Appreciate it. I think they'll fold up.